A report by Twaweza and Sisi sampled the views of 1,500 respondents from across the country in November 2020 to assess the impact of COVID-19. Released in time of International Women's Day, the report shows that 51% say physical violence has worsened, 51% say emotional violence has worsened, 46% say sexual violence or assault has worsened, 58% say alcohol consumption has worsened, and 49% say drug use and abuse have worsened.
What we can probably pick from that is that even if those cases were few, society was actually able to take note and acknowledge that this is a crisis and something wrong is happening within our community, which is something that we can probably use to our advantage in the long run to fight these vices.
Asked about their own homes, 48% to 58% reported things were the same, 22% to 31% said things got better, and 14% to 23% said things had gotten worse in respect to gender-based violence, subsistence abuse, and teen pregnancy.
On the aspect of the teen pregnancy, this is where we see the highest number of citizens mentioning that they observed that in their community. Here we see 79% of the citizens mentioning that they observed teen pregnancy in their communities.
Asked about the social impact of school closures, 2 out of 3 respondents said girls were more affected than boys.
So when we look at all these social problems that we were trying to understand, we do see that generally women and urbanites are still a little more likely to say that the violence situation got worse. That is for the women, 54%. Then for the men, 49% said that they were noticing physical violence within their community.
I am so grateful that this conversation is happening a day before the International Women's Day.
Monica Eragu-Vichetero is a member of the Legal and Parliamentary Affairs Committee that has processed several sexual and gender-sensitive legislation that are yet to be passed. Some of them include the Marriage and Divorce Bill, Sexual Offences Bill, Succession Act, Administrator General's Act, and Administration of Estates Act.
So these views are actually views of people crying for the law. And that is why we should speed up these laws. Because you cannot action, arrest, or hold anybody accountable for what is not in the law.
The MP hopes they can push to have the laws by May before the 9th Parliament resolves. Edward Muhumza, NTV.